Good evening, and happy World War III to those who celebrate. That's not a headline, that's how Saturday Night Live opened one of the most shocking political cold opens in recent memory, and the reason this moment hit so hard is because it didn't feel like satire, it felt like reality. Because within hours of that joke going live, millions of people started asking the same question: was this really just comedy, or was it pointing at something bigger? To understand why this moment exploded the way it did, we need to rewind back to a Saturday morning, February 28th, 2026. While most people were just starting their weekend, Donald Trump posted a video, not a press conference, not a congressional address, a video on social media, announcing that the United States, alongside Israel, had launched major strikes on Iran. And here's what stood out immediately: it wasn't just the action, it was the delivery. There was no hesitation, no visible weight, it felt almost casual. Now, major military operations are always global news, but this time something else pulled attention, something quieter, but far more controversial, because just 12 hours before that announcement, a completely different story was dominating headlines. At a hearing, a high-profile one. Former President Bill Clinton was testifying, facing questions tied to the Epstein files. A topic that has followed powerful figures for years. And then, almost instantly, that conversation disappeared from the spotlight, replaced by breaking news, war, and that's when the question started spreading. Was the timing intentional, or was it just coincidence? Because this wasn't just an online theory, voices inside politics reacted too. Thomas Massey raised concerns about congressional authority. Others questioned how such a major decision was made so quickly, and suddenly, this wasn't just about foreign policy anymore. It became a conversation about power, timing, control of attention. Meanwhile, in New York, inside the writer's room of Saturday Night Live, everything changed overnight. They had spent weeks preparing content. Then, within hours, they had to throw it all away, rewrite everything, react in real time. And what they created wasn't just funny, it was precise. When James Austin Johnson walked out as Trump, he didn't build up to the joke, he dropped it immediately. Happy World War III. A simple line, but layered with meaning, because it captured something uncomfortable: how quickly extreme events can feel normalized. Then came Weekend Update, and this is where the tone shifted completely. Colin Jost didn't raise his voice, he didn't exaggerate, he showed a clip, an old clip, from 2011, of Trump saying a president might start a war with Iran to distract from domestic issues. And then came the line, "That's the Trump I voted for." That moment worked because it wasn't opinion, it was contrast, past versus present, same person, same situation, different position. Then Michael Che added another layer, highlighting the lack of congressional approval and delivering a punchline that simplified everything: Netanyahu approved it. The audience laughed, but the reaction wasn't just humor, it was recognition. Because at that point, reality itself felt like satire. Days later, Trump appears at a formal ceremony, a moment meant for honor and respect. And instead, the focus shifts: details, construction, atmosphere. And that's the point SNL keeps making. They're not creating the story, they're highlighting it. Because once these moments air, they spread, clipped, reposted. Millions of people see them, even without watching the show. And that creates a loop. Event, reaction, satire, viral, spread, more reaction. And in that loop, something interesting happens. The line between reality and comedy disappears. Because sometimes, the most powerful joke isn't written by comedians, it's written by reality itself.